Hi, today we're going to be slicing up all these jalapenos that we grew in our little planter, and we're going to be dehydrating them and then grinding them up to use as a seasoning. So we want to cut these as evenly as possible so that they'll dry out about the same rate. Spread them out, preferably not touching, but they'll shrink up, so if they touch a little, it'll be alright. The important thing here is to not touch your face while you've been handling the peppers. Tell you my nose is itching. We debated about whether or not to keep the seeds, but it seemed easier to just keep the seeds and cut them into rings, and we'll just need less seasoning when we use it, since it will be spicier. If you for sure don't want it spicy, you definitely could take the time to cut out the seeds, and then it would be less spicy. Maybe we'll try that next time. Okay, we're about done with this tray. Figured out a little bit of a method to go a little faster. Okay, so like I was saying, it's easier, we found, to slice up a bunch and then just kind of put them on there, and then you can kind of spread them out from there, and then it at least feels like it goes faster. Alright, we're just almost done with this. It's going a lot quicker with my wife helping me. And we decided that using the knife to kind of help spread them out was better, because then it's not sticking to your fingers and you're not getting the oil on your fingers more. Alright, we're just filling in some holes with these last ones, and then I think I'll go and check out the garden and see if there's any more of these I can pick before the winter comes. Little guy, but I don't know if he's gonna get any bigger. I'll leave him on there for now. Alright, so we actually found quite a few more jalapenos out there in our little planter. So we'll slice these up and probably end up with a third tray. So how we get the round parchment papers, we fold it up, and then you hold it out there and you cut the measure and cut the tip off, and then cut around the edge, and then you can unfold it. And then it should fit. Sometimes, apparently we didn't cut enough, but you just kind of pull it down and it'll split it a little, but not bad. And then we can start adding to it. Alright, we're pretty much done. We got a full third tray from those additional jalapenos that we picked today. So I'm glad that we thought to go out and check the plants one more time. And we'll get these dehydrating. I think they can dehydrate about 135. We'll check the dehydrator, it's marked over there. But yeah, and we'll let them dehydrate. I don't know how long, but basically until they're dry and crunchy, and then we can just blend them up. So we've got the adjustable temperature, so we're gonna set that to about 135. It says down here, fruits and vegetables 135. So that's what we'll do. It does say herbs and spices 95. These aren't tender enough. I don't think we need to worry about doing them that low. So we'll do 135 and see how long it takes. Oh, this dehydrator requires that you have 4 trays on there to operate, even if they're not all being used. So I think we'll just put an empty one on top and then the 3 full ones on the bottom, because the fan is on the top and that'll kind of give like a buffer. And then with this one, you usually don't even need to rotate the trays. Sometimes I still do, just to be thorough. But so yeah, we'll get this. Basically, you turn it on by plugging it in. We'll get it plugged in and let it run. All right, there we go. And we'll give this about 2 hours and then check it. I'm thinking it's gonna probably take about 4 hours at least. And I'm going to check it. And looks pretty dry, maybe. Alright. Look at these. They look pretty dry, actually. Sometimes when you're dehydrating things, when they're warm from the dehydrator, they still feel a little chewy, kind of, if you were gonna eat it. And you gotta let them cool, and then you can really see how dry they are. But I think as dry as these are, yeah, I think they're just not quite there. So probably definitely 4 hours should be good. I'm gonna rotate these trays a little bit too. So we'll just move top one to the bottom. Middle one to the top, bottom one to the middle, for this last 2 hours, and I think 2 more hours will do. Alright, it's been 2 more hours, so a total of 4 hours since we put these in. I'll give them a check. That seems crispy. I think that they're done. It might be a little kind of chewy still from the heat. I think if we let them cool, then they'll probably chop up pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah.
How about the one underneath? I bet you could just drop a few of those right into just like a crock pot soup to give it a little kick.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, just
whole.
just like that. Just
like
drop
that.
a few right down in there, just like that.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Okay, so we've got these jalapenos fully dried, and we're putting most of them in a bag, and we're going to crush them kind of in the bag, I think, into about the consistency that red pepper flakes are. And then a few of them we're going to keep as full rings. Alright, so these are the ones we're going to save for the rings to add to a soup bowl. And these are the ones we're going to try crushing it with a rolling pin in the bag. The bag just popped open.
Oops. Maybe push the air out, yeah.
Push the air out.
Try again.
Try again. This time I'll try going forward. Maybe just try mushing. Okay, so we flipped the bag, and I'm going to kind of turn it a little bit and go over it a different way. Okay, so I flipped that a few more times. It just kind of went over it real good until it was about the consistency I thought looked good. I was going for about like red pepper flakes. These might be a little bit bigger, but not much. So we have the minced onion container that we saved, and we're just gonna cut the tip off the corner of the bag and dump them in there. Alrighty, we're gonna just... try and squish that down in there as much as we can so that it's not puffing out everywhere. Few little crumbs in there left. All that jalapeno dust. Okay. I'll put the top on. Make sure it's snapped good.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Think it'll shake out just like the red pepper flakes?
I think it will. Yeah. Alright, let's give it a try just so we know about how hard we need to shake in the future. Yeah. I would say it comes out similarly to red pepper flakes.
They look really good too.
Yeah, it smells good. So this was a fun little experiment that we tried. I think in the future I definitely want to try maybe a combination of like jalapenos, bell peppers, onion, and tomato. And I think I don't know, I just thought, hey, you could try all those little vegetables that you can grow out there and make a little combo mix. I think that might be pretty good too. But yeah, just a fun little thing. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more stuff like this, be sure and subscribe. And thanks for watching.
You know what I think would be cool? If you made that combo mix and then you sprinkled it in eggs or on an omelet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That would be real good.
I'm sitting here thinking of all kinds of produce we can plant for you to dehydrate to sprinkle in an egg and an omelet.
Yeah.